All right, so let's take a look here at what we started with for the Camaro Rebuilder project. Just before we get ready to show you the final reveal, this is what we started with. All right, hey, welcome back to another update here for the Camaro Rebuilder project. Here we have our base color down of the silver leaf from Tamiya, and now we're going to be getting ready to give it its first couple of coats of this TS54 light metallic blue. This is just the first coat. We're going to let this sit and cure. We're going to get ready to hit it with another 1 or 2 light coats and then get started from there. All right, so here we are now a couple of days later. Honestly, this thing's been sitting and curing for a little bit. This is just a second coat on top of what you've seen earlier, and it's getting really close. This is now going to be ready for my next wet sanding stage, and we're going to go ahead and give it another, at least 1 more, maybe 2 more coats after that. This is the final color that we're looking for. This is just paint with no clear. So we're getting there. It's close. All right, we're really close on final assembly here for the Camaro Rebuilder project. I got the bumpers painted and ready to go. I got the radiator core support glued in and drying in place. The interior tub is glued to the chassis. That's ready to go. And over here, we got the rear window glued in and drying in place. Those windows are a little beat up, so I'm not so sure how great they're going to come out. But things are drying. Gonna let it set aside. I'll see you on the turntable for the final reveal. All right, so welcome back. Here we are at the turntable for the big final reveal of the Camaro Rebuilder project. So, if you recall what it looked like before we started, here's a photo. So that's what it looked like when we started. We learned how to take this thing apart in the freezer. We learned different techniques for the different tones of the interior that we did. Let's take a look. 3D printed resin wheels and tires. The painting on them didn't come out all that great. The positioning of them in the chassis definitely did not come out right. I have them in too far, so it looks really goofy. I'm wishing now that I had messed with that rear suspension a little bit to get the different rake, raise the rear a little bit more, but that's okay. What else did we do on this? Went crazy experimenting with the paint, that's for sure. We detailed up the rear lights there with the reverse lights and the red tail lights. No license plate. Some black wash on the body lines. Black wash in the grill. Did the directionals. Did the headlights. Repainted the bumpers because I painted them wrong the first time. But let me change the camera angle around real quick here, and I'm just going to show you guys a little bit more of the details of the interior, which most have already seen, and we'll pop that hood off, and I'll show you the engine and the undercarriage. So hang in there with me. I'm going to move the camera around. We'll be right back. All right, so here we have a top side view. The engine detail. I didn't do anything at all with the engine besides take it out and put it back in. But I detailed up the battery just a little bit there. No wiring, no harness, no nothing. It's got an upper radiator hose, no lower hose. Yeah, just very, very simple, very basic. It does have the solid axle that runs through there. That's why you can see those pieces there on the side. But this was all just of a learning process project to take apart a pre-glued project and put it back together. Not so sure how well you can see the interior details. Didn't do a whole heck of a lot. I just experimented with different tones and different shades of black to give us different colors of the interior. There is black flocking down there on the carpet. You have the two-tone interior with the black seats, and then the rest of the interior is all black. There's like 3 tones of black in there. Then on the underside, again, we didn't do anything too crazy. I still kind of need to go back and touch up the firewall, the underside of the firewall, and the wheels here. You can see where the white still is. But the one thing I did on the bottom here to experiment a little bit was I used a piece of styrene rod and I made a Y pipe, if you will. Factory exhaust just had this single run with a dual exhaust coming off of here with no Y pipe. So this exhaust pipe was just hanging out in the breeze. So I did that. The only thing I didn't do on the bottom side that I was wanting to do and I forgot all about was do the blue overspray on the chassis to see how that would come out, but that's all right. So there's the Keystone Classics 3D printed resin wheels and tires, and there it is. I'll put some glamour shots here at the end. That's going to wrap it up for this series of the Camaro Rebuilder project is complete. So until next time, guys, thank you all very much for hanging out here with me, and we'll catch you guys all on the next one.